and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer, and in this tutorial I will be making this really cute rainbow, I guess it's a wall hanging kit made by Bucilla. This is one of their newer kits, and it looks fairly simple, and I'm really excited to make this. I wanted to make this before summer ended, so and luckily this is a very quick kit. I was able to complete this within a weekend, so great for beginners, and if you're brand new to embroidery, I highly recommend getting this kit. So I'm just going to open this up and show you what's inside. We've got the thread and beads and sequins in there, and we've got the felt here. Absolutely love all the colors. There's the main color, there's the pellin for the backing, and all the colors there. And we're going to look at the instructions here. Fairly small instructions. If you've never done one of these, make sure you read the instructions so you know what you're doing. Okay. So it basically tells you everything you need to know, and it also tells you what you need to get. So I have everything here except for the dowel. So the dowel you'll have to purchase separately if you're going to keep it for yourself, which I'm not. I made this for my shop, so it's on my shop as of right now, according to the date on this video. So I'll leave a link in the description box for that listing if you want to check it out. So that's the alphabet that it comes with. I'm gonna leave it blank for now, in case whoever decides to buy it wants to personalize it. It's an option. So really great visual. It looks so simple. And we're gonna open this bag up and sort the threads and stuff. Just taking my scissors and open this thing up. I'll set that aside for now. Here are all the colored beads and sequins, nice and sorted. Here's some needles. It comes with one beading needle and one applique needle. Here are the beads. And I'm going to put these in little baggies so that they don't... I'll use this for the threads. All the materials that I use for all the kits that I make are in the description box below. All the links in there are Amazon affiliate links, so if you click on those and purchase something, it doesn't have to be that specific item, but if you click on the link and purchase something through that link, then I do get a small commission. So if you feel like supporting my channel, it's a great way to do it. Okay, I'm just going over the instructions. And we're going to cut out the first piece. I'm going to sort the thread off camera. Okay, so here's the colors sorted. Sometimes I take a pencil and mark them, but I really don't think I need to this time. I did forget to mention that the chart is on the back of the picture. So sometimes they do that. I've noticed on newer kits they tend to save on paper by printing on the back of the picture, which I think is a great idea. Because I know on older kits, like one of the very first kits that I made, the paper, it had a huge stack of paper in it. So it's a great way to reduce paper. Okay, so we're just gonna work on number 1, and I'm gonna cut it out. I gotta find the color. It's a really pretty sky blue color. And we're gonna cut it out, and we're going to add the running stitch all the way around. Okay, so we're doing 6 white running stitch, and I'll just show you how to do that. And then once I finish that, I'm going to skip ahead and I will show you how I layer each of the rainbow layers. Okay, so we have the first color down, and I'm just going to keep going with each color. In the instructions it says to applicate each color first, and then we're going to add all the beads and sequins on there. So I did notice in this kit the yellow is kind of thin, which I guess it won't matter in the end because the sequins will cover it, so I'm not too worried about that. But right now I'm just trying to line it up because it doesn't quite match up. But once you actually applicate it onto the wall hanging, it does match up. So because the felt stretches and everything, so just fit it the best you can. And then I'm going to pin these down, and I'm going to do the rest of the colors. And I'm just going to let you watch my process. Okay, we are done with all the sequins and beads, and I love the way it turned out. I did add an extra layer of blue beads on the bottom of the blue just because I felt like the gap was too large, so I was able to fit a really small section of blue beads, and it definitely filled it out really nicely. So just wanted to add that into there because it wasn't part of the actual kit, but it was just my personal preference. I wanted it to look like it was more filled in. So now we're going to work on the clouds, and we're going to do, what are we doing here? Just going to do a simple outline stitch here. I love putting blue on white for clouds. Okay, so I'm just starting the outline stitch, then I'll jump ahead and I'll add beads and sequins after that, and then I'm going to cut out the back and stuff the clouds to make them nice and fluffy. So I'll let you watch me do that. Oh my gosh, how cute are these clouds? So cute. I love the way the clouds turned out. And make sure you don't overstuff, because if you overstuff, it's really hard to tack on the clouds. So I didn't do a full outline stitch on the outer rim of it. I just did some tack down stitches and just kind of spread them out a little bit. So if it's not too stuffed, then it won't look so bulky. You want it to look like it's poofing out just enough. So okay, now we're gonna work on the next step, which is to fold over the top about an inch or so, and that is where the dowel, the future dowel, will go into. So I'm just honestly doing it by eye, and I think it turned out pretty good. So I'm just gonna do it by eye and pin it down the best I can, because you can only go as straight as the project will let you. Just a side note, when you are doing this part, make sure that your stitches are even and that your stitches don't go all the way through to the front. Take your time and make sure that you just stitch enough to where you can't see the stitches in the front. So sometimes I kind of keep track and look in the front and make sure that I don't see threads. So every once in a while I'll see a thread and I'll just kind of take the stitch out and redo it. But anyway, okay, so jumping ahead, I'm just showing you what it looks like. So you can kind of you can't really see the threads, but you can kind of see like the indent. I think that's just the nature of the felt, so it's okay if it looks like that. If you feel like the crease bothers you, you can take some parchment paper and an iron. Not too hot, has to be maybe on the synthetic setting, because this is felt that we're working with, and you can lightly iron it just enough for the crease to, I don't know if it'll make it go away completely, but it'll like make it look smoother. Really, it's a personal preference. Okay, so right here I am putting the Pellin backing on, and I'm lining up the top of the backing to the bottom of the fold, and I'm gonna start there and then kind of work my way out towards the edges, and I'm just gonna trim the excess off. So I'm gonna do that, and you can watch me do that. Okay, so you notice that I did not finish the bottom of the pellin backing because I'm gonna have this open for future personalization if somebody actually wants it personalized. I'm not gonna close it. So once, you know, if somebody orders it and wants like a name or maybe a cute little saying or something, I can actually put it on and then finish it by putting that appliquing the back on. So it's just easier for me to do it like this. If you're not personalizing it, or if you already did that, then go ahead and close out the bottom and then work on the tassel part. So I made one ahead of time just to kind of experiment because I wanted to make sure I did it right. I've never made tassels out of felt before, so once I got the hang of it, it wasn't too bad. It was a little time consuming, but you know, it's the same motions over and over again, so you kind of get into a rhythm. And there in the instructions it does give you measurements to measure your tassel width. Honestly, I just did it by eye and I used the picture as a reference, and I think it turned out pretty good. If they're not spaced exactly the same apart, it's no big deal anyway. I'm not picky like that, so I did all those by eye. And you notice the pins. So the pins are kind of like the target area where I want each tassel. So you'll see one side so far is measured, the other side is not. So I'm only doing one side at a time, and I'm starting at the top and going to the bottom. And then I think I'm going to go from the bottom to the top on the other side. So, all right, so I'm going to let you watch me make tassels. Okay, this is the finished wall hanging. It turned out so cute. I did want to mention that the 2 tassels on the top are slightly bigger than the ones on the bottom. So make sure you don't accidentally put a big one or a small one where it doesn't belong. So again, I'm going to keep this open. I'm just going to pin it closed for now just to keep it, you know, nice and flat. But this is what it looks like completely finished. And honestly, it was so fun to make. If you ever get a chance to make this kit and you are, you know, unsure about Bucilla, this is a great starter wall hanging. And if you've seen my other wall hanging tutorials, this one's so simple compared to those ones. So check out more videos. If you haven't yet liked this video, if you liked it, hit that subscribe button for more tutorials. I've got tons coming your way. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.